Alright guys, today we're talking about market watch video. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna do market watches. I really enjoy market watches. It's a mixture of seeing what's expensive, what's good to buy, and it's also a good way to talk about the meta. And just so I have this app, the Yu-Gi-Oh prices app. I really enjoy this. I use this almost all the time exclusively for trading. There are times where it's a little bit inaccurate because I would say the information is about 95% accurate though. And yeah, just looking at this, taking a look at what we're going to do today, the very front section of that app, Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices app, is rising and falling. And I kind of had to decide. I kind of had to shuffle through a few of them. But we're looking at 3 relevant rising cards and 3 relevant falling cards, and what I think you should do with the market, because just because they're rising doesn't mean it's time to sell, and just because they're falling doesn't mean it's time to buy. There could be a lot of different things. And the first card we're talking about is a card that is on the rise, and it's still on the rise. Its market price is sitting at 523, and it's 598. It's probably about to go to 6. It's got only 14 prices available. We could check the quantities though, because 14 prices available, but this guy's got it for 5. This guy has 14. Zero G Cards Comics has 14 copies of them, all near mint. This has 181, so probably not going to get bought out anytime soon. Not really quite sure what's going on with that. It's kind of weird how Cyframes have gone, if you think about it. We were like, I want Cyframe Lord Omega to get a reprint. I want him to get a reprint. I want him to get a reprint. The card finally gets a reprint in BLR, Battles of Legends Light's Revenge. And they're like, wow, good job. And then Cyframe Gear, everybody's like, wait, Cyframe Gear Gamma can negate hand traps. And so now everybody else is like, oh, Gamma needs a reprint. Gamma needed a reprint all along. Who needs a Cyframe Lord Omega reprint? We needed a Gamma reprint, blah, blah, blah. Konami sucks. Konami gives us that Gamma reprint. We're all getting ready to pick up our play sets, and then Cyframe Driver gets bought out, and part of me is like, what's next? Cyframe Overload? Because that's, in my opinion, the next best card. This card is not going to go down in price. It's not going to get reprinted. I don't see why it would get a reprint in the next year. There is the multi-threader. What is that guy at? This card's name becomes Cyframe Driver while it's in your hand or graveyard. If you have it in your hand or graveyard, you can use it the exact same way as Driver. It's 7-cent common from Invasion Vengeance. I don't really think that's necessarily very good to run this card over Driver, but it is an option that I did want to point out to you. But the next card I want to talk about is a card that's falling. This card is falling on all cases. Ruined Queen of Oblivion. It's just like, the Super Rare is still currently out of stock, and I really don't understand why. Yes, I did see the new support. Yes, I did see the deck got new support. Don't go like, oh, didn't you see you got new support? Yes, I did, and I understand. Dark Rebellion Volume 4, Shadow of Infinity, excuse me, those haven't been printed in a long time, and I understand that. And looking at this, what's the nearest near mint? What in the world? I just realized the asking price of this is for damage. The nearest near mint is $6, and I just don't get it. If you have these, sell them, because here's what's going to happen. They're going to continue to steadily grow in price. Their cards are going to come out. They're going to get new support. They're going to go up a little bit higher, and then people are going to be like, oh wait, this deck is terrible. I forgot. Connor Moser was correct. And then they're going to start to shrink back down all the way to oblivion. And then when the deck is cheap, pick it all up, and everything's gonna be great. It's definitely possible this gets a reprint. Who knows? The next card that's trending upward, market price for the cheapest version is $5. It's at $7.49 for a near mint. These are 13 prices, and of the 13 prices, one seller has 2 of them. So there's 14 Neteria Beasts, Premium Golds, Return of the Bling versions on the market. I also have one. That's the version that I have because it was the cheapest when I got it, and I got it at like $3 because that's what this card's worth. At the end of the day, I would be siding it if I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna be able to make Nat Beast against Pen Magicians. That's the only time I would play this card. If I know I'm going first, I know I'm playing Pen Magicians or Pendulum based deck, and I know I'm going to be able to make this, because even the decks that are terraforming deck, like Invoked, ABCs, Trickstars, those decks usually run a lot of floodgates as well. There's so many different outs True Draco has to this card, and I just do not understand this. If you have it, sell it. Don't play it. I'm gonna just say it. Do not play this card, because you're gonna regret it, and you're not gonna go into it very often, and you're just gonna regret it. But the next card that's going down a lot in price is Hey Truinade. Maybe Extreme Force will be in the Megatins. I doubt it, but maybe Extreme Force will be. And if there's a deck that's like Paleozoics but better, Hey Truinade's gonna be all that much better. And if it doesn't get reprinted in the Megatins, remember what happened with Spiral Super Agent? Remember what happened with the Wind Witch Winterbell? when it was announced that these were the reprints for the Megatins, and those cards didn't get reprinted, if Heytrune doesn't get reprinted in the Megatin at the very least, that's going to shoot up the price to $10 or $11. This is a card I would buy. This is a card that's trending downward though, so if you want to sit on it for a little bit, that's totally fine, but I think that in a year from now, I don't think it's going to be this price. I think it's going to be higher. The next card I want to talk about is the final card that's on the way up. Manju of the 10,000 Hands. There's not like a good printing of this card to get a hold of. There's not like a printing that you're like, oh, you can get that printing of this card. And like all printings, this one's 530-ish, this one's 10, this one's 550-ish, this one's 5-ish, 5-ish. This one's 7-ish, so it's from between $7 to $10 or $5 to $10, and this is probably because of the End of the World reprints that's coming out. And that deck is going to, people think it's going to be good and they want their Manjus for it. And the thing is, like I said, there isn't a good, like, go get that card, go get that reprint. It wasn't a BLLR reprint, it wasn't a Legendary Kaiba reprint, and it's just one of those cards that's always been $4 to $10, and it's trending upward, and it's going to continue to go upward. I don't think it's going to hit like 20, but I also don't think it's going to hit like 3. So this is just something I wanted to let you know. If you're not running Manju and you don't foresee yourself running Manju anytime soon, that's my thing. I want to trade my Manjus because I have the secret. I have 3 copies of the Secret Forces, and I do want to trade my Manjus, but I don't want to trade my Manjus in one ritual. Ritual summoning is my favorite form of mechanic, so I think I'll always just keep my Manjus. That's that. And the final card I want to talk about is a card that's falling, and it seems to be an actual free fall. Like, look at this price trend here. And going to YugiohPrices.com, which is, I think, the official website of the app that I was just talking about. They don't sponsor me at all, so you know it's genuine. You know, yeah, you know it's real. They're not like paying me $50. They don't. I don't think any app pays someone that has 52 subscribers anything. $100, if you remember, and this, like, it's just been plummeting since then. This is being sold for $37.99. Like, this card was like a $100 card, a $75 card for the longest time, and now it's $37.99. The fact is that actually also Metaphors is a very good deck as well. Zephyr is a very good deck as well, and both those decks should run this card. This is your chance to pick it up. It's the best time to be a Pendulum player because it's not going to sit at $37.99. It's not going to sit at $37.99. Someone's going to see this. Someone with a big pockets is going to see this. Someone's going to pick up their place. Someone's going to maybe even buy this card out, and it's going to shoot back up in price, especially the closer and closer we get to National Season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think some of these cards are trending downwards, have hit their lowest point yet, or do you think there's still some more trending downward they have to do? And do you think these cards that are super high and expensive are worth the price that they are? And to be honest, do you think any of these cards, or the cards I didn't even mention, are worth the price that they are? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you click that like button to show your support for the channel. Click that subscribe button for more Yugioh content. But most importantly of all, just have a good day.
That was nicotine. I'm about to smoke them all. A journalist involved. You should have known my music. We're shouting now.